Where do I think he was born? I think he was born in Hawaii. Was he born at home? Which of the hospitals was he born in? And why did the hospitals change names overnight? Can anybody answer that stuff? I'm looking for the light to go green. Ladies and gentlemen, please say good morning and welcome to 630 KHOW. He is my colleague, follows the show at 9 o'clock in the morning. I wish I had his money. Ladies and gentlemen, Glenn Beck.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Glenn.
What's up, man?
The rent.
Well,
my zipper.
I live in New York.
What do you care? What do you care?
I'm paying for your rent, I think.
I think so, too. Listen, I said this to you and to your guy. I really do want to talk about the birther thing for a minute. Do you mind?
I mean, I don't have a lot to say.
What do you think of it?
I think let's just say that for academic reasons, he's not born in America.
I don't know where he was born, but
whatever.
Okay.
Let's just say, if I were the president of the United States, I would want people to bring this up. With so many things that is going on in our country, so many verifiable, so many things that are easy to prove. If I were the president, if I were holding my own birth certificate and I'm standing there in the Oval Office, I would have somebody come in and say, Mr. President, let's just produce the birth certificate. Let's just go and address this. If I were the president, I'd say, are you kidding me? No. Quiet.
But, Glenn, it's just not the birth certificate. The birth certificate is this goofy thing they show on the Internet, but where are his kindergarten records, Ponahou School, Occidental College, Columbia University, Columbia Thesis, Harvard Law School,
Peter,
adoption records, passport records? Does that mean anything to you at all, that those things are missing?
Yeah, but I don't think it's a winnable argument.
Oh, sure it
is. By any stretch of the imagination.
Of course it's winnable.
I haven't looked into it at all.
Okay.
Except just kind of glanced at it because there's no way to win that.
Well, sure there is. I mean, the Constitution is very clear.
Peter, I understand that. Right. The Constitution also doesn't include health care.
Oh, no, but let's take them one at a time. The Constitution is clear on who can be president. It isn't clear about health care. You're right. It just promises life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. When you can, again, health care is the worst thing in the world that could happen. But the second thing is, why? I mean, this guy, do you believe that this guy, he tells, and I wanted to read this to you. I went back in my notes to get ready to speak to you. I got a speech that he made in 2009 to students. Remember, there's a big thing of him addressing kids on television. This is from the speech. I get it. I know what it's like. My father left my family when I was 2 years of age. I was raised by a single mother. You know that's not true. You know his mother went to Seattle when he was less than 2 weeks of age and stayed there, and the parents were not married and the rest of that stuff. Why would he continue to say something like that in a speech to American school children when, Glenn, it's not true?
Peter.
No, Glenn, I'm a serious question.
I'll give you a serious answer.
All right.
Tell me the things that this man says that are true.
No, let's stay on focus here for a second. Why would he say that when we know for a fact that
tell me what this man has said that is a correct representation. I mean,
but that's not the answer. That's not an answer. That's answering that's a question with a question
that I'm going to give you.
All right.
That's the answer I'm going to give you. I'm not focused on this. I'm focused on things that are happening right now. Mm-hmm. Our rights are being taken with health care right now.
No argument. But
so if you want to go down that road, go down that road. I'm not with you.
Oh, it isn't a question of going down.
I appreciate it. If you can get it out there, if you can make it happen, God bless you.
You didn't say really. Somebody said you attributed that this doesn't matter, or that you. What is it that you believe about this issue?
I just told you what I believe about this issue.
That doesn't matter?
It doesn't matter to me because I don't think you can make the case. You can't make the case in the media. You can't make the case in public opinion. No. The president wants this case to be made.
I don't believe that. But number two,
well, that's fine. But if you can make the case, then make the case.
But I've watched you as a rogue. Since when have you cared what the media does?
Peter,
I know you don't.
Do you have any concept of the water that I, as an individual, are carrying?
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Then you carry your water. I'm carrying my water.
So you don't. But then we can go to something else here for a moment. You don't marginalize this and say it's not real, do you?
I tell you that I don't believe this president is genuinely representing his ideas. I don't think he is genuinely representing himself. What did change mean? I don't know what to believe about this president, but I will tell you this. What I'm focused on is what the rights that we are losing right now. Now, I think that this is an event that is happening just this week with healthcare that fundamentally transforms. Now, why have we spent this time talking about something that is not going to stop healthcare?
No, but it's
not going to stop your rights. And when this government has control, really has control of every aspect of your life, you can talk about this all you want.
No, I'm far more concerned about health care, but this is an interesting sideshow that I have been told you have poo-pooed. And
I'm not a birther. If that's what you're asking.
No, I'm not. I don't care what you are. Glenn, I just don't care what you are. But my point is, please, for God's sake, look at the tremendous amount of things that are missing out of this young man's life, the stories he's told, the things that aren't true, and I think there are other ways to skin the cat. But all those things aside, if you talk about rights being taken away, I thought it was the Constitution that granted those rights to you and I.
It is the Constitution.
And if this guy has blended that and melted that, then isn't there something important about it?
Yes. If that were true, yes.
And I believe it is.
Well, good.
And
then
I wish
that water.
No, and I wish you. I wish you would not.
Peter,
yeah.
Peter, listen. Between the birthers and the 9/11 Truth Movement, you're in dangerous territory on this.
I don't think so.
Well, I do.
I don't think. First, I'm not a 9/11 guy. I am what is a birther. I think there's legitimate questions that have never been answered. So if that makes me a birther,
and you know
so
what?
be it.
Let me, because neither of us are 9/11 truthers. I think there are legitimate questions about 9/11 that haven't been answered. Like, what was Sandy Berger sneaking out in his underpants?
I know.
But that doesn't. But that doesn't mean that I am a truther. I think there are legitimate questions that have to be asked. But let's not go down a path here where a lot of people are going, especially on the 9/11 truth thing, where it becomes dangerous, where it just becomes conspiracy central.
I mean, I realize that you not understand that you can't use the term that ideas are dangerous things because ideas are always things to discuss.
And I've never, ever said, again, let's go back to the 9/11 truther thing, which I disagree with strongly. I've never said, if you do believe this, you have a responsibility to stand up. Mm-hmm. Peter, if this is what you believe, then you do continue to pursue it. I don't believe that ideas are dangerous. I'm not the book burner. I'm the guy who says question with boldness. You question your way, I'll question my way.
But as a conclusion, then I want you to talk about health care. You don't disbelieve this.
I don't know what to believe. I know that I have spent my time saying our rights are being taken away. This man has Marxists around him since birth. Where he was born, I don't know.
Does it matter?
He was born in the United States of America.
Okay. Did his stepfather adopt him and make him an Indonesian?
I don't know.
Does it matter?
Do you listen to a word I'm saying?
Yeah, I sure do. I mean, I just wanted to ask you that follow-up question. Would that matter if he became a dual citizen of another country?
Peter, I don't think I can say it any clearer. The Constitution matters.
Yeah.
Now, if you can go and you can change the world with this line of thought, God bless you.
I can't change it.
I'm not on board with you.
Well, okay. So tell me what's going to happen this week with health care, since we're going to pass that one.
I've got about a minute left, so I don't think it's really worth getting into, Peter. Our rights in our country is at stake, and that's just the way it is. Everybody fights their battle the way they want to fight their battle. Peter, you and I have always been friends.
Oh, yeah.
I am a guy who really respects where you're going, but
All right, bro.
All right.
I think it's a great fight. All right, man. Carry on. Thanks. All right, everybody. So what you think of that? 303-713-8255 is our phone number. That was Glenn Beck.
That was a game of dodgeball if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, me too. That was only as good as McGinnis yesterday trying to talk about these guys.
That's kind of what I expected. I didn't think he was going to answer any direct questions on that.
No, I think I probably lost a friend, but
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Things are far more important. Yes.